News tonight, a home invasion in Rutland, plus bad news for business owners. The feds have delayed the date for IRS filings yet again. And from the big performances to the big plays, we'll have all the highlights from the big game.
From WCAX, Vermont's most trusted news source, this is the Channel 3 News.
Well, good evening, and thanks for staying up with us. I'm Deanna LeBlanc. Adam has the night off. The Baltimore Ravens pulled out a close win in Super Bowl 47, but a power outage temporarily upstaged the game itself. Teresa Garcia is at the Superdome with the latest.
The Super Bowl came to a sudden stop shortly after halftime when some of the lights went out at the Superdome.
Half the power in New Orleans Stadium, the Superdome here, is out.
For more than half an hour, the players from the Baltimore Ravens and San Francisco 49ers tried to stay loose on the field. The press box and stadium walkways plunged into darkness.
It's not anything new, but it's a little strange in the Super Bowl.
Fans took the delay in stride.
It is what it is. I'm having a great time.
The crowd went wild as soon as the power was restored and the game restarted.
The extended timeout gave the 49ers a surge of energy, but the Ravens held on to their lead to win Super Bowl 47. More than 71,000 fans packed the Superdome to watch the game and the big-name entertainers.
Oh, beautiful.
Jennifer Hudson sang America the Beautiful with the Sandy Hook Elementary School Chorus. And Beyonce's halftime show featured a special reunion. Her former girl group Destiny's Child joined her on stage. Following a lip-syncing controversy last month, Beyonce said she would sing live, and fans here sure believe she did.
She was singing live, from her heart. I could feel it.
And in a town known for its partying, it's time for the Ravens to continue the celebration. Teresa Garcia, CBS News, New Orleans.
Police across the state will be out in force tonight to keep post-Super Bowl partiers in check. Vermont State Police say that in the last 3 years, there were 91 car crashes in the state on Super Bowl Sunday. This year, police are beefing up sobriety and safety enforcement. They'll also be patrolling for aggressive driving, speeding, and seatbelt violations. A Burlington man is behind bars after allegedly beating a man over the head with a beer bottle early Sunday morning at Nectar's Lounge. Police say a brawl broke out after 27-year-old Nicholas Bermudez allegedly made advances toward the victim's wife. The victim suffered serious injuries to his face and arm. Another man was also struck with a bottle by a second unidentified man. He is being sought by police. And 2 men face assault and robbery charges following an incident in Brattleboro on Friday. Police say 32-year-old Anthony Gonzalez and 40-year-old Charles Trowell stabbed a man and robbed him on Elm Street. Police say the victim suffered a minor injury. Both men will be in court Monday. Trowell is also wanted by authorities in New Jersey. Police in Rutland are investigating a violent home invasion. Police say the 5 assailants kicked in the back door of a home on Maple Street Saturday afternoon, sprayed a can of pepper spray, and then demanded cash and drugs from the 3 people inside. 2 of the residents were also hit in the face with a handgun. One was taken to the hospital for further evaluation. Police say the assailants allegedly fled out the front door before they arrived at the scene. Anyone with information is being asked to contact Rutland City Police. Fire departments from 4 towns responded to a house fire in Wilmington Saturday. Officials say the call came in around 3:15 that afternoon, and the fire was out just 30 minutes later. No one was home at the time. No word yet on what sparked the blaze. A former Navy SEAL who gained fame with his best-selling book about being a sniper was shot dead over the weekend, along with another man. Tatiana Anderson has the story.
Chris Kyle, former Navy SEAL and author of the bestseller American Sniper, died from gunshot wounds at a Texas shooting range. Police charged 25-year-old Iraq War veteran Eddie Ray Routh with murder for shooting and killing Kyle and another man Saturday evening. Police say Kyle and his neighbor took Routh to the Rough Creek Lodge gun range outside Fort Worth. Police say Routh shot the 2 men with his semi-automatic handgun. Police say that Routh then escaped to his sister's house in Kyle's pickup truck and confessed. Police arrested him a short time later. The U.S. military says Routh was in the Marines from 2006 to 2010. Kyle was a Navy SEAL sniper. earning 14 different honors over his 10-year career, including 2 Silver Stars. In January, Kyle published this book, American Sniper. He described killing more than 150 Iraqi insurgents. He returned to Texas in 2009 and started a charity that helps veterans struggling with physical and emotional disabilities.
And we kind of have an idea that maybe that's why they were at the range, for some type of therapy that Mr. Kyle assist people with.
The organization's website posted a message that read, "Rest in peace." Routh is being held on $3 million bond. Police say he has not given a motive for the shooting. Tatiana Anderson, CBS News.
Well, still ahead tonight, New Hampshire lawmakers take on health care reform. And chicken wing sales are booming this Super Bowl Sunday. We'll tell you how one local seller is handling the heat. But first, here's Dave with a look at the weather.
Well, the first weekend of February was relatively quiet, and it's actually looking pretty quiet for the rest of the week. So let's take a look at the wake-up weather. And we'll have just a few snow showers around with lows 5 to 15 degrees. And I'll be back with the work week forecast in just a few minutes.
If you're looking for an area rug, Town & Country has the largest and most interesting selection in Vermont. From 2x3s to 10x14s, we have a selection of over 400 handmade rugs, many that are hand-washed and vegetable dyed. Kazaks, Peshawars, Tibetans, rugs that have a casual, relaxed look from all over the world, all at prices that reflect incredible buys from our importers. You won't find as diverse a selection of rugs anywhere else in Vermont. So if you need area rugs and you want selection, come to Town & Country Furniture.
Here's a present from your grandma.
He's so cute, and he's so small. I'm gonna name him Mittens.
And here's one from Brian.
It's high-speed internet. Now Mittens and I can watch kitty videos on our computer. Where's Mittens?
Brian.
Ew.
Exede. Internet so fast it must be from outer space.
Don't have time to worry about your chipped or cracked windshield? Just make one quick call to Windshield World. It's easy. The Windshield World Auto Glass experts will fix it fast. They've got 20 locations throughout Vermont, New Hampshire, and New York. Free courtesy vehicles to get you home or to work, or same-day repair or replacement of your auto glass. And all you've got to do is pick up the phone and call. It's that simple. Locally owned and operated, Windshield World is the clear choice.
1-800-639-0666.
If you're waiting for your tax refund, you may be waiting a little longer. The IRS has now pushed the federal tax filing season back by another month, mostly for businesses, but it's unclear when individual returns will be accepted as well. Bridget Berry-Caswell explains.
The good news is Congress reached a deal on the nation's debt limit, and the country did not fall off the so-called fiscal cliff. The bad news is the bill, called the American Taxpayer Relief Act of 2012, passed on January 1st, a little late for the Internal Revenue Service. The IRS has had little time to get new forms prepared and its computer system ready to process returns. Officials first pushed the date to January 30th, but now?
Now they just came out with a new announcement that says if you have one of 30 specific forms, then they're not going to be able to process your returns till either end of February or early March.
The 30 forms affect mostly businesses and corporations, but Wolfish tried to file a simple individual tax return on January 31st, and it too bounced back. So he says it is unclear when individuals will be able to file as well. The forms he refers to include those for education tax credits, energy efficiency credits, and depreciation on rental or other business property. The delay means an even tighter window for businesses, which are required to file by March 15th, a whole month earlier than individuals.
And for those returns, IRS is saying end of February, early March is the earliest you could file a return due March 15th. Now that's, of course, only if you have one of these 30 forms. But I think most corporate returns will have at least one of these forms.
Wolfish says the delay can be stressful for individuals who receive refunds each year and rely on that money to cover expenses. And even when they are able to file, their refund may not be returned as quickly as usual.
Now, they're going to be getting millions of returns in 24-hour period where previously they received those returns throughout the whole month.
A lot of uncertainty remains as American taxpayers and those who prepare their returns work to meet obligations set by Uncle Sam during a shorter tax filing season. Bridget Barry Caswell, Channel 3 News, South Burlington.
Although most people file their state and federal returns at the same time, you can file them separately. And in Vermont, the tax department says it is not experiencing any delays processing returns. Better late than never. That's the message from two state agencies recommending that New Hampshire partner with the feds to meet healthcare reform requirements. The state has until February 15th to decide whether to enter a partnership or leave most duties to the federal government. The state insurance and health commissioners are pushing a partnership that would make the state responsible for both regulating insurance companies and the plans they offer. Details of the proposed plan will be taken up by lawmakers this week. Well, Super Bowl Sunday isn't just about football, it's about food too. And those who sell America's #1 Super Bowl snack, this day means all hands on deck. At Wings Over Burlington in South Burlington, managers expect to sell more than 6,000 boned chicken wings and another 20 pounds of boneless wings. They've been preparing for the big game for a week now.
We basically double our staff everywhere. Like it's twice as busy as a normal Friday. So we would have 7 drivers on a Friday night or so. We've upped it to 14 drivers, and our phone staff we usually have 3 or 4 on. Now we have 7, and cooks are doubled to 8, and there's just everyone. Basically, everyone who works here is here today.
By late afternoon, Huffnagel expects it to be standing room only in the restaurant. She says it's better to pre-order your chicken wings on Super Bowl Sunday to ensure you'll get some of the 800 wings and 50 pounds of boneless wings they can cook every half hour. Well, coming up on tonight's news, a Greensboro brewery labeled best in the world.
We have a fairly quiet week on the way. The entire forecast is coming up.
You're never gonna make it to the whole day.
Yeah, we will.
Boom! JP!
You do it, Taxi.
3, 2, 1.
It's time to go, love. We're all done. That was last year.
Book now and get more than $200 of vacation extras. jpeakresort.com/deals.
Turn to a locally owned business and help your local economy. When you spend here, your money stays here.
At The Edge, we're proud to be your neighbors and always buy Vermont first.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life to somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Hey, Vermont, are you ready to jump on it?
At Ramonto's Brick Oven Pizza in Williston, they stand by their mission to serve the best homemade pizza and use the highest quality of ingredients. With today's Jump On It deal, you can get $20 towards your food and beverage for only $10.
Jump on it now at myjumponit.com.
I was holding on to the ceiling trying to dance. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm trying to be a stripper.
The sassy Sherry Shepherd loves her wigs.
You're born with the hair you got, now get the hair you want.
So we asked her to help pull off.
I want to have a wig that makes me feel sexy.
One jaw-dropping wig over.
I love it, I love it.
Then,
it's the start of casserole week. Can I take one home to my husband?
Even Sherry could whip up this crowd-pleasing casserole. Next, Rachel.
Well, good morning. Literally, right now in Burlington, it is snowing ever so lightly due to a flurry, and we're at 17 degrees. The dew point is 11, giving us a relative humidity at 77%. The pressure is 29.77 and holding steady, and that wind is calm. So we had a fairly quiet first weekend of February, and of course, Punxsutawney Phil did not see his shadow, so that means spring is just around the corner, but no spring in the forecast just yet. It is pretty quiet out there tonight, just a few snow showers or flurries, and that's pretty much it. And temperature is actually not doing too bad. We're basically in the teens, so that's above average for this time of night. It's 16 in Newport, 10 in Sherbrooke, 10 in Berlin, New Hampshire, and the usually cold Saranac Lake, well, doing okay with 12 degrees. And farther down to the south, pretty much in the teens for most of you. 19 in Bennington, 18 in Rutland, it's 20 over in Plymouth, and 18 degrees in Keene. The largest city is a little bit warmer. In fact, New York City is relatively mild at 30 degrees at this hour, and it's 25 degrees in Boston. So here's the way it's looking across the nation. No big storms out there, and that's actually going to be the trend for this upcoming week. A little bit of snow in spots. We'll have this weak trough continue to push on through, merging with a much bigger one offshore. Now, it's going to be missing us altogether. However, for today, we'll get into that stiff northwest breeze around 10 to 20 miles per hour, so nothing really strong, but it is going to be setting up to be a pretty blustery day later on today. And then for Tuesday, we'll have this high pressure move on in with plenty of sunshine, but bundle up, it's going to be a bit on the cold side. So the forecast for today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies with scattered flurries and a bit blustery, with highs getting into the mid-teens to low 20s. And then for Monday night, it's going to be partly cloudy, very cold, bring the pets inside, lows anywhere from 0 to 10 below. And on Tuesday, look for plenty of sunshine, but rather cold, with highs only in the teens. Thankfully, the wind will be light. Another cold night Tuesday night, lows 5 below to 5 above. Then on Wednesday, we start to warm up again, mostly cloudy skies, and there is a chance for a few snow showers with highs in the 20s. Thursday is going to be partly sunny, highs in the 20s, lows in the teens. We're watching a possible clipper system on Friday with a chance for light snow, nothing big, highs 25 to 35. And then mostly sunny Saturday and Sunday with highs mainly in the 20s, a few 30s by Sunday.
All right, Dave. Well, thank you very much. Scott's here now with sports. No blackouts in your sportscast,
well,
I'm hoping.
Let's hope not. However, if I do a bad job halfway, maybe the power can cut out, and then when it comes back on, I'll be much better. If you missed the Super Bowl tonight, you'll see what I mean coming up. And earlier Sunday, a long time ago it seems, we were at the UVM Ski Carnival. Highlights and reaction, this thing coming down to the wire, and it's next.
Hi, I'm Ani Ivan, a AAA insurance agent. Chances are you know AAA, and you don't know AAA.
I knew they could save me on the side of the road.
But I didn't know they could save me hundreds on auto insurance, but I do now.
I switched my auto insurance over to AAA, and I saved $200.
If I can save money and get great service and excellent coverage, then it's a win-win-win.
At AAA, we're always with you. And that includes great savings on auto insurance. You could save up to $384 a year. That could be hundreds better than Geico, Farmers, even State Farm. And save big when you combine your auto and home policies.
I know that my family is covered. I have no worries.
People work really hard for their money, so they should get the most out of every cent.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Thank you. So discover the AAA you don't know.
The one that could save you hundreds on auto insurance.
Call 877-222-1435 for your free insurance quote. AAA Insurance. So easy, so smart, so switch.
Turn to a locally owned business and strengthen the economy you live in. When you spend here, your money stays here. At Able Paint, Glass, and Flooring, we're proud to be your neighbors. Always buy Vermont first.
Hey everybody, are you ready to jump away?
Enjoy a romantic rendezvous for two in your own backyard at the Essex Resort and Spa. This one-night jump away includes a stay in a fireplace room and a 3-course dinner for two at Amuse for only $199, a $399 value.
Jump away now at myjumponit.com.
Vermont's freshest ski and ride event is back. It's the 4th annual Hope on the Slopes, this year with 4 mountains. Compete in a vertical challenge while helping to raise money for the American Cancer Society. Don't miss a full day of fun and entertainment. Catch all the action January 26th at Sugarbush, February 24th at Jay Peak, March 2nd at Smuggler's Notch, and March 9th at Bolton Valley. For more information and to register, go to hopeontheslopesvt.com. Hope on the Slopes, sponsored by these businesses and WCAX.
For the Giants and Patriots fans out there, it is sad when your team isn't in the big game. But you got to admit, it's kind of nice to watch a Super Bowl without feeling sick to your stomach the whole time, right? Ravens and 49ers from New Orleans in Super Bowl 47. Jim Harbaugh on the left coaches San Fran. Brother John on the right coaches Baltimore. What a night for the Ravens' Jacoby Jones. He catches a 56-yard touchdown pass in the second quarter. The Ravens taking a 21-6 lead into the break. And this is how he starts off the third quarter. A 108-yard kickoff return, tied for the longest in NFL history. And yes, the Ravens have a 28-6 lead on the favored Niners. Maybe the folks running the building thought the game was over, because right after that play, the lights go out. Actually, it was an electrical malfunction that caused the outage, a 34-minute delay. And when the electricity returns, the 49ers get some new energy as well. Fourth quarter, Niners QB Colin Kaepernick takes it himself, a 15-yard touchdown. They missed the two-point conversion. Baltimore now leads 31-29 with 10 minutes to go. It's 34-29 Ravens. Final 2 minutes of the game. San Fran on fourth down, looking for the potential go-ahead score. The ball tossed into the end zone, but it's incomplete. John Harbaugh loves it. Jim, well, he wants an interference call and doesn't get it. Baltimore takes over on downs, elects to take a safety, so San Fran gets one last chance to run it into the end zone off of a free kick. That doesn't work. Time expires, and the Baltimore Ravens win Super Bowl 47, 34-31. Baltimore QB Joe Flacco is your MVP. So, the Super Bowl wasn't the only close event on Sunday. Locally, a great showdown in Stowe to wrap up the UVM Carnival. The host Catamounts entering the day with a 30-point lead over Dartmouth. The final two races of the Carnival featuring the 10K Classic. Middlebury's Annie Picorni was yesterday's winner, but she would settle for second today. Check out the final stretch here between Dartmouth's Annie Hart and UVM's Anna Gruber. Both digging in to make the podium. Gruber finishes third. Hart takes it in 32 minutes, 8.09 seconds. On the men's side, yesterday's winner, Catamount Scott Patterson, looked like he was going to get a weekend sweep. Takes the lead, finishing in 27 minutes, 52.6 seconds. However, Sam Tarling of Dartmouth, who finished second on Saturday, gets the win on Sunday. Fights past Burlington native Middlebury's Benjamin Lustgarten and crosses in 27 minutes, 42.7 seconds. Patterson finishes second, Lustgarten third. The Big Green sweep both races Sunday as Dartmouth tries to beat the Cats on their home course.
It's been a battle with Scott the last 2 days, so that's always really fun to be neck and neck and chasing him. So I'm just really happy to be back.
We've, in the past, just had a very strong field, and it was really sad losing our seniors last year because they were just really, really great people and great skiers, and so I think we're just trying to fill their very big shoes as best we can.
Now, Dartmouth had a great showing, but in the end, UVM did enough on Sunday to hang in for an 8-point victory. The Cats are unbeaten in the EISA circuit this season. Middlebury finishes fourth. St. Mike's is 10th. It came down to the wire for the Catamounts, but a win is a win.
We had a meeting last night, and our coach said that he was like, I don't know how to put this, but let's keep the party here. So I think we all really wanted to win our home carnival. It's probably the most important carnival for us.
On the ice Sunday, the top-ranked Plattsburgh women beat Utica 3-0 on Senior Day at Stafford. The 5th-ranked Middlebury women beat Connecticut College 4-0. Emily Fluke getting the natural hat trick for the Panthers. Second day of a back-to-back for the Montreal Canadiens hosting Ottawa. The Senators jump out to a 1-0 lead, but a minute later, Max Pacioretty's shot redirected by David Descharnais for his third goal of the season. It's 1-1. Montreal adds one more before the end of the period. Loose puck in front, and it's backhanded home by Eric Cole. That does it for the score, and Habs win their 5th straight at home, 2-1 the final. Montreal will try to make it 6 straight at the Bell Center Wednesday against the Boston Bruins. Woodstock's Keegan Bradley shoots a 3-under par today at the Phoenix Open to finish 13 under for the tournament. Phil Mickelson wins the whole thing at 28 under. The Celtics at home today hosting the LA Clippers. Boston running and gunning for the first 3 quarters. Jason Terry to Chris Chris Wilcox for the Jam. Celtics by 19 at the break. Third quarter, Boston in transition without Rajon Rondo. Paul Pierce off the rebound. Up ahead, Leandro Barbosa finishes it off. Celtics by 15 after 3. LA makes its run in the fourth quarter. Final minute of the game, Eric Bledsoe gets the pass here, buries 3. He had 23. Boston's lead is down to 2. Final seconds, Celtics with the ball up 2. LA doesn't foul, and Pierce makes them pay, draining this 3 with 2.5 seconds to go. 22 for Pierce. Boston wins 106-104. The Celtics are 4-0 since Rondo was put on the shelf for the season. It wouldn't be much of a surprise if the Plattsburgh and Norwich women's hockey teams finished 1-2 in the regular season rankings. Tonight, they're 1-2 in our top 3-on-3. But first, boys basketball at number 3. Check out CBU's Ryan Beaudry Friday night. He chases down the long rebound, then gets his own rebound, puts it up strong for 2 and the foul. Friday night, watch Norwich's Renee Lordy weave past defenders before roofing the backhander. It's not easy scoring a goal like that on the forehand, let alone